Hello and a very warm welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about campervan TVs. Now, from what I've seen online in Facebook groups, forums and stuff, this can be quite divisive, with people coming out with comments like, you're away in your van, why do you need a TV, enjoy the outdoors, comments along those lines. And while I completely agree with those comments, we, myself and Lou, do like to watch TV, watch a series, maybe watch some sport, watch other YouTubers for that matter. So we did want something in the camper van that we could watch TV on. So that is why we looked into this. That's why we've got a TV. And today I'm going to talk about what all of the options were when I originally set out to look for what we should get in terms of TV for our camper van, and the pluses and minuses of various of these, and then ultimately what we actually got to watch TV for in the camper van. So just before we get too far into the video, just wanted to outline the options that we considered and that I'm going to talk about later on in this video. So they are 12 volt smart TV, portable screens, projectors and tablets. All of these options I've based on using mobile internet. So for us, that will be piggybacking our mobile phone internet via a personal hotspot. Obviously there are other options to do that with Wi-Fi dongles or portable routers which have little SIM cards in. I've sort of disregarded at this point the use of aerials for terrestrial TV, because I think nowadays I'm not sure whether many people are messing around, certainly in a small camper van like ours, with the use of like television aerials. I just can't see people doing that. So yeah, sit back and I'll talk you through the options that we considered and why we chose what we did in the camper van. So first up, what are the options? Now, the first option that springs to mind is a 12 volt smart TV. Sort of covers all the bases. They generally are 21 or 24 inches, so quite a good size screen, and actually I think a really good size screen for a camper van. The big drawback with them is the size. Where do you put that? Obviously you could get a mount for them. You could mount it on the bottom of the pop-top bed or the ceiling if you haven't got a pop-top. Obviously you can put them on top of your counter. You can put them on the table if you've got one in your camper van. But the biggest downside for me on a 12 volt smart TV, which will obviously, because it's 12 volt, run from your leisure battery, you don't need to be plugged into the mains. Where do you put it when you're not using it? There's nowhere in here, in our camper van, where you could put a TV to store it. It would have to be out and about, and they're just, with the limited space you have in a transporter sized camper van, it just wouldn't work. Albeit, being a smart TV, you'd be able to get Disney Plus, Netflix, YouTube, Sky Go. You could get all the programming on one of those, so it would work very well in that respect. So because of that, I disregarded that, because I didn't think we would have space to store a TV, and I didn't really want to have it out and about all of the time. So next up, I thought, well, we've always have our phones with us. That's something we always have our phones. Most people always have their phones with us, and obviously because of that, you have internet connectivity. You have the option to put your Disney Plus, your Netflix, Sky Go, whichever the iPlayer, ITVX's platform. You could put all of those onto your phone. So I was thinking, actually, what about an external screen that you could plug your phone into? And I thought, this is perfect. You can buy basically external screens that have a battery in them, so they charge up much like a tablet. They're quite cost effective in terms of compared to buying a tablet. I thought that would be a perfect option. Unfortunately, it turns out a lot of the apps on your phone don't allow screen mirroring, so you can't use, say, Sky Go in that way. So you couldn't plug your phone into an external screen, and then, such as you would if you were using it on a TV, and then mirror the screen across and watch whatever you're watching on your phone on a TV. Some apps allow it, some don't. So because of this, although I thought this was absolutely the perfect solution, I came to the conclusion actually it doesn't really work. There was a school of thought about Projector, a small projector. You can get mini projectors nowadays which tend to get fairly good write-ups. And actually, in terms of a space, you could project it onto, on one of the windows with the blind down. For that matter, you could have something that you drop on, curtain or something that you drop down and project it onto. The biggest drawback I found with those, now projectors are really good, you can get very good quality projectors, but what you tend to find is the ones that will work all the time, so in all lighting conditions, during the day, at night, with the lights on, etc., are big bulky projectors that need to plug into the mains. When you go down the route of smaller portable projectors, they're only really designed to be used in very dark conditions, and that's because of the size of them. They have quite a small light inside them, light source, whether that's a bulb or an LED, and it doesn't have the power to project when there's other lighting around. Now that I think would work well for a lot of people who are only wanting to watch TV very late in the evening, say, and obviously in the summer that would have to be after it had gone dark, so 10 o'clock, etc. Obviously in the earlier parts of the year and later parts of the year, that's not such of a problem. But what happens if you want to, I don't know, let's say for instance you want to watch your favourite football team during the day, or for that matter, what if the weather is terrible and it's absolutely raining outside and you don't want to go out, which does happen from time to time. It's happened from us. Maybe you want to watch a series, watch a YouTube. So I felt like that wouldn't be a good solution for that, and I think what you would do with that is you would stream your phone to a projector, and then that would then how you get whatever you're watching onto the projection. So I disregarded that as well because I felt like that was not a fit for all solution to the problem. And then that got me back to lots of other options. You've got, a laptop, say, which again, bulky. Where do you put it? I mean, obviously we're a YouTube channel, so we do have a channel laptop that I do my editing on, but it's quite bulky. I didn't really want to have to take it with us because again, you've got to put it somewhere. Space is a bit of a premium in our size of van. And then you come all the way back to a computer that is in a screen, and you come back to a tablet basically, which for lots of reasons, and I'll go on to them in a moment, it seems to be the best fit for all. So size, they come in different sizes. I think this is like roughly a 12-inch tablet that we're using. Perfect. You can drop it in a drawer. We actually store it in the wardrobe when we're not using it, in some towels, keeps it nice and safe. It charges up via USB, so it's very easy to charge up in the van, even if you're off grid, doesn't matter. It has, now this is a non-mobile internet one, so we piggyback our phone internet signal when we want to stream stuff. But one of the beauties about nowadays is, and something that you have to be a little bit mindful for, is potentially you're going to end up in places where there is no internet signal, which will mean you wouldn't be able to stream something, you wouldn't be able to watch Sky Go, you wouldn't be able to watch YouTube, for instance. But lots of the apps nowadays allow you to download series, programs that you want to watch prior to going. So what we'll often do before we go on a trip is we'll work out whether we think we'll have good internet connectivity. If we're unsure, we'll download some stuff onto the tablet to make sure we've got something to watch should we want to watch anything. I don't think we've actually been anywhere that hasn't had any phone signal. We've been places where it's not had great phone signal. What are the other great things about this? Obviously it has everything inside it. It's a computer basically, in essence, so you can look at stuff on the internet, you can check YouTube, you can all various different things you can do on there. Really good. It's lightweight. We have a little case that we put it in to, which it's in now that it's standing up. The other beauty about this is because it's small, you can put it anywhere. So sometimes we'll watch it in the driver's in the front seats with it on the table. Sometimes we'll watch with it on the counter here. Often we'll watch maybe late at night when we're in the pop top going to bed. We'll sit it at the front of the pop top and we'll watch it there. It works really well. Lots of options nowadays for tablets, big ones, small ones, brands. You can get Android ones, you can get iOS ones, lots of different options, and because of that, lots of different price bands as well. So it means if your budget's not so big, you can get a smaller, slightly cheaper one. If your budget's a bit bigger, you can get a bigger one. So I think it's a good option for people where there's all different budgets. So I think that is why we went for a tablet. And I would love to know what other people do for TVs. If they watch TV, maybe we're unique in the fact that we like to watch series while we're away in the evenings and stuff. But yeah, let us know down in the comments below what you use for a TV, if you do have a TV. It'd be great to hear what you use, and I hope in some way that you found that insightful. I hope you've enjoyed that little insight into how we watch TV in the camper van, and as always, we'll catch you in the next one. Bye!